What is up, YouTubers? Dirty D here with some more good reviews, no news, and hoping not to confuse. Okay, on deck today, we have another flashlight. It is the Olight M2R Pro. This thing is amazing. And depending on when you're watching this video, Olight is having a sale on all their gear tomorrow, August 13th. So if you're looking at purchasing anything, they got a whole bunch of stuff on sale, a pretty significantly reduced amount. I'll put the link in my description. It's only one day though, so if you're watching this video later, too late. Okay, so let's get down to it.
The good.
Man, it's a very solid construction. You can just tell when you have this thing in your hand, the weight behind it, there's no play in the caps and the switches, just everything is just a good, solid construction. I've really come to be a fan of Olight and their products. I think they are a solid company that makes some good, solid products, especially in their lights. They've got it down. And I'm a huge fan of them, and I think I will be for a long time. I can't wait to get some more of their products. It has a very aggressive bezel on it. They state, for self-defense or for breaking glass. But let's be honest, if you're relying on your flashlight's bezel to get you out of a jam, you probably should be looking at some different reviews. It has two switches for the operation, just depending how you're using it, the application for it. The tail light, when you do a hard press on the tail light, it goes right to the brightest mode. If you want to tone it down, you have the front push button. So, and then with that, you can cycle through your different settings, the 6 different levels that it has. It has a good nylon sheath that's nice and solid. Put it on your belt, duty belt, whatever you got going. It has a strobe mode, disorient, whatever you're going at. I can imagine even if you were out camping and came across some wild animal, the strobe mode would probably be a good deterrent for them. It took me a while to figure out how to activate the strobe mode. You push the tail cap, and then you push the front button, and then that's gonna activate that strobe mode once you let them go. Probably could have figured it out sooner had I read the instructions, but we like to figure things out on our own. This thing is also waterproof, fully submersible. On their site, it's the, I wanna say it's IPX8 rating, which is fully submersible for like 4 hours up to a specified depth. Well, I couldn't find that specified depth, but it has been submerged in water. I figure, test it out while it's still under warranty and everything and go from there. So it held up to that test, no problem. Left it in there for a while with the light on and no issues at all. 6 different levels of brightness, which is good because if you're using it as your everyday light, you don't always need the brightest 1800 lumens, especially if you're out at night, maybe you're got it flat and you're just looking for something. You don't need to blind everything. So you can just tone that down a little bit, have it as a nice, easy running light. It's not draining your battery as much. I don't see why you'd use the moonlight mode. Again, maybe you're out in the dark camping, whatever. You don't need to blind everything. Don't want to wake up, people next to you or whatever with a huge bright light. But let's be honest, you didn't come here to see how dim a flashlight can go, right? I think this light is great for me for a weapon mounted light. I have it mounted on my Rock Island Armory VR80, and I think it does phenomenal. It's not too big for it. It doesn't add a lot of weight and a lot of bulk to it. You can get the momentary switch that goes onto your Picatinny rail, which I will put in the description, the link for that in the description below. And so same thing, you push it once, it comes on, push it again, it stays off. You can hold it, the light stays on. As soon as you let go, light shuts off. So for me, I love this thing as a weapon mounted light. And then something else I really like about this is you know exactly where your battery level is. I've never had another flashlight that tells me the battery level on it. So it's green when everything is good with it. It turns to an orange when your power is reduced. I think it's less than 60% or so. And then it turns red when you have like less than 30%. So you always know where you're at on your power and your light and when it's time to recharge. And I just think that is a wonderful feature that they incorporated with their flashlight.
The bad.
Okay, bad. I really don't have anything bad to say about this light. It is a great light, solid construction, waterproof. It is great as a weapons mounted light. It has done everything that I've needed it to do. It's been dropped, it's been put in water, and it's withstood those tests. For some of you here, you may recognize this sexy beast. And that's the light going off in daylight. So you can really see how bright that thing is. So I really have nothing bad to say about it. Just a good solid light that I haven't found anything that.
The ugly.
Okay, now for the ugly. I'm only gonna list two things, and this is just for me, my own personal opinion on it, just things that I'm like, one is the size. Yeah, it's about the size of a Sharpie marker. It's a little thick. It's not bad. It's a little thick for me to use as my everyday carry flashlight. Yeah, it has a great nylon sheath with it. If you wear a duty belt for work, yeah, it might be perfect on that because it's outside your waistband. If you don't mind carrying stuff outside your waistband like that, just in your normal everyday routine, then I can see putting it in the nylon sheath as well. Good solid flashlight to have. But for me personally, it's just a little big to carry as my everyday carry flashlight inside my pocket. The other ugly that I'm going to list is this aggressive bezel. I know some people like it. It's tactical and you can break glass and you can defend yourself. You know, we've already been over that. For me, the bezel is pretty damn aggressive. Man, if you were in a jam, you could freaking shred up some potatoes, and if you had to, you could even probably make some julienne fries with this thing. When I put it inside my pocket and tried carrying it when I would sit, you know, and your pants kind of stretch out over your thigh, the bezel actually started kind of wearing a little hole in my pants. And I get it, like dirty deep, put it in the nylon sheath, it'll protect it. But again, there's not a way to carry inside the sheath, inside your pocket, unless you're really digging. It adds a lot of bulk. I know some are gonna love it for that. If you don't mind carrying it outside the waistband and the sheath like they designed it to be, it's great. For me, perfect weapon mounted light, and that's what I'm gonna use it for. So that's about it for me. Just the way I'm intending to use the flashlight, you know, keeping it on my VR80. It's great for that, and it's a solid, you know, whether you're out camping or if you wanted to carry with you, it's a solid light. Don't let me deter you from that. It's just how I'm using it. I don't like carrying something that big in my pocket. The length isn't a bad size, just the width of it's a little bit bigger than what I would like. So you can decide for yourself and go from there. But other than that, man, this thing is solid. Okay, so that's gonna be it for me. Please, I look forward to your questions, comments, concerns. And I'm really looking for some feedback too, guys. Do you like the short review? Do you want to see more technical jargon? That's stuff that you can pull off the manufacturer's website. I'm just trying this as my avenue because these are the reviews that I look for. I don't need to know everything. So we've already been over that as well. So don't forget to hit the like button, give me a subscribe, and we'll see you in the next review, guys. Stay safe out there.